Today's video will be on profits and discounts. So our learning goals for today, by the end of the lesson you'll be able to calculate a percentage change, calculate a profit, calculate a selling price from a markup, calculate a discount amount, and calculate a sales saving. Okay, so some key ideas about profit and loss. So profit is the amount of money that you make on a sale. So obviously a lot of shops and a lot of services would be interested in making profits. So profit is the selling price minus the cost price. So the selling price is how much it's actually sold for. So if you go into the shops and you buy a pair of jeans, for $80, that would be the selling price. The cost price is how much it actually cost the shop to get those jeans in. So maybe they paid $2 for the jeans, so their profit would be their $80 they sold it for minus the $2 it cost them, so their profit would be $78. So markup is the amount added to the cost price to produce the selling price. So that's the amount that they're actually adding on. So the selling price, so what you see the cost of something as, is how much it costs the shop to get in plus the markup that they put on top of that. So back to our jeans example, the cost price we said was $2, and our markup was the $78, and that would give you the selling price of $80. I'm just making these numbers up, by the way. Okay, so loss is the amount of money that has been lost on a sale. So obviously you do not want to make a loss because that's costing you money. So the loss would be the cost price minus the selling price. So for instance, if a shop is going out of business, or there's a shirt or something or anything that they just cannot sell it. So for instance, maybe some fluoro green paint in a paint store. No one wants to buy fluoro green paint. It's been sitting there for ages and ages. So maybe it cost them $10 to get the paint in. They just cannot get rid of it. They decide that's it, we just need to get it out of the store so that we have more space to sell, a better color paint other than fluoro green. So they're going to sell it for, $8. So the loss then would be $2 because they're actually selling it for less than what it cost them to get in. Okay, so the discount, sorry, I'll just put that in there. The discount is the amount by which an amount is marked down. Okay, so the new price would be the original price minus the discount. So you've gone into a shop before and seen, something's 20% off. So it's the original price minus that 20% discount, and that will give you the new price. To work out the discount, we do the percentage discount times the original amount. So as I just said, if it was 20% discount, so you could do 0.2, which is the discount amount, so 20% times the original amount, so maybe $10, and that would give you $2. So the discount would be $2. So you could take that $2 off the cost price. So I'll do some actual worked examples, but that's some theory there for you. Okay, so just a few more formulas here that would be useful. So we have looked at something similar in previous videos. So the percentage change is the change over the original value times 100, and that would give you the percent that it's changed by. The profit is the profit over the original value times 100, and the last one is the percentage loss, is the loss over the original value times 100. So we'll do some examples. Just make sure you've got those formulas. They're quite easy to use. Okay, some worked examples. So calculate the percentage change, so profit or loss when. Okay, so for A, we've got 45 becoming 55. So 45 becomes 55, so that's obviously an increase, so that's going to be a profit, because a profit is like you're making money. So our percentage profit equals our profit divided by our original amount, original value, times 100%. Okay, so first we have to work out our profit. So profit is equal to 55 minus 45. So just our bigger number minus our smaller number, which will give us how much money we've made. So that's $10 there. So we can then put that into our formula there. So our percentage profit equals 10 over our original value. So it was 45 and it turned into 55. So 45 is our original, times by 100%, which will give us our percentage profit. We'll type that in. So that's 22.2 reoccurring percent. So there you go. So therefore, the percentage profit, that's an F, not a P. Our percentage profit is 22.2 reoccurring There we go. Okay, so then for B here, $60 becomes 48. So 60 becomes 48. So a bigger number becomes a smaller number. So now we're looking at a loss because it's decreasing. So for B, it's our percentage loss. So our percentage loss is our loss over our original times 100%. Okay, so our loss is going to be equal to our bigger number, take our smaller number again. So it's $60, take $48. That's terribly messy. Oh no, I erased everything. Okay, try again. So it's a loss, so let's do percentage loss equals our loss over our original times 100%. Our loss is equal to $60 minus $48. There we go, that's a little bit neater. And that's $12. Okay, so then we can put that into our formula. So our percentage loss is our loss value, which is 12 over our original. So our original was 60 because 60 is becoming 48. So it's 12 divided by 60 times 100%. Put that into your calculator. So 12 divided by 60 times 100 will give you a 20%. So therefore our percentage loss is 20%. There we go. Okay, so for C, we've got a bit more of a worded question here. So Ross buys a concert ticket for $125, but is unable to go. He sells it to his friend for $75. Calculate the percentage loss. Okay, so again, we're looking at a loss. So we know our formula. So our percentage loss is our loss over our original times 100%. That is atrocious writing today. Okay, so we're going to work out what our loss is. So our loss is equal to, so his original amount he paid, so he paid $125 and then he sold them for $75. So it's 125 minus 75. That will be able to tell us how much money he's lost on these tickets. So we do that and he's lost $50 on his tickets there. So then we can just put that back into our formula. So our percentage loss is our loss, which was $50 over our original amount. So the amount he originally paid for the tickets was $125. Multiply that by 100, and that will give us our answer of 40%. Oh, that's a bit of a loss. So then we can just write that in a worded answer. So therefore, Ross lost 40% on his tickets. Poor Ross. That'd be our answer there for C. Okay, so a few more. So another work example. So a manufacturer produces an item for $400 and sells it for $540. Okay, so determine the profit made. So our profit is the selling cost minus the cost price. Actually, I might change that to the selling price. So it's the selling price minus the cost price. So the selling price is how much did they sell it for? And then the cost price is how much did it cost them to make it. So they are going to sell it for $540. So that's $540. The cost price is how much it cost them to make it. So it cost them $400 to make it. So their profit is $540 minus $400, which is $140. So their profit would be $140. Therefore, they make $140 profit. Okay, so then for B, that's for A. For B, it says express this profit as a percentage of the cost price. Okay, so a percentage of the cost price. So we're going to turn it into a percentage. So it's going to be 140 because that's our profit. And it wants it as a percentage of the cost price. So the cost price was $400. So we're going to do 140 divided by 400 times 100, because that will turn it into a percentage. So remember, we're looking at turning 140, we're looking at turning it into a percentage. So what percentage of 400 is 140? So if we think back to our lessons on percentages, we do the part price over the whole amount times 100. So the 140 is the part that it wants us to find out. 400 is the total amount. Times that by 100 will give us our answer. We type that in, and that will give us 35%. So obviously I'd keep going down the page. I've run out of space. So therefore, 140 is 35% of $400. There we go. Cool. Okay, a few more worked examples here. So an electrical store electrical store marks up all entertainment systems by 30%. So if the cost price of one entertainment system is $8,000, what will the selling price be? Okay, so for A, we'll get our formula here. So our selling price is our cost price plus our markup. Now, the cost price, as we know, it tells us here, the cost of one entertainment system is $8,000. So the cost price is $8,000. Now, the markup is also what we need to know. So the markup is 30%. So it's 30%. It'll be 30% of $8,000. So we need to work out what that is. So I'm going to turn 30% into a decimal, so 0.3, multiply that by the cost of the entertainment system, which is $8,000. And that will give us a markup price of $2,400. So then we can just substitute those numbers back into our formula. So our selling price is our cost price, which was $8,000, plus our markup, which was $2,400, and that will give us a selling price of $10,400. So therefore, the selling price is $10,400. There we go. Okay, so then for B, Harvey Norman advertises a 15% discount on all equipment as a Christmas special. So this obviously always happens. I'm sure you've seen it as well at Christmas time. You know, they have a sale, and then after Christmas they'll also have a sale. So find the sale price on a projection system that has marked price of $18,000. We've got some expensive things happening today. Actually, I'll start further up the page. Okay, so we're trying to find our new price. So our new price after the discount is obviously going to be our original price minus our discount. Okay, so our original price, I'm going to write it down here. Our original price, if we look at our question, our original price here, $18,000. Now our discount is 15%. So it's 15% of that 18,000. So you're going to turn that into a decimal, 0.15, multiply it by 18,000 to find out what it is, and that's $270. Put those back into my formula. So our new price is going to be equal to our original, which was 18,000. So that's how much the projection system normally costs. It's got a 15% discount, so they're letting you save a massive $270. So our new price is going to be our $18,000 minus our $270, which will give us $17,730. And then we'll write that in a sentence. Therefore, the new discount price is $17,730. Easy as that. And our last one, C, Toys R Us discounts a toy by 10%. So if the sale price was $10.80, what was the original price? Okay, so this one is kind of using the same formula as before. We just have to rearrange it. So we know our new price was obviously, or our sale price was obviously equal to our original minus our discount. Now, we can actually fill in what we know. So we know our new price is $10.80. So $10.80 is equal to our original minus the discount, which was 10%. So 0.10. Okay, sorry, that's incorrect. 0. Okay, so okay, start again. Let's start again. Okay, I'm going to explain this a little bit more clearly now. So we know our discount price is $10.80, and we know it's been discounted by 10%. So what the unknown there is obviously going to be our original price. So to find out our original price, we're going to have to do a little bit of backwards work. So this $10.80 is the discount amount. So it's been discounted by 10% off the original. So this means $10.80 represents 90% of the original price, because 100% would be the original price, and it's had 10% removed, which means 90% of the price is equal to $10.80. So our original price multiplied by 0.9 is going to equal $10.80. Okay, so that's just a different way of writing. Well, we had our original price, so we had our original price. We took minus 10%, and we got $10.80. So that means we know that $10.80 is 90% of the original price, because the original take 10 equals $10.80. So that means the original times 0.9 has to equal $10.80, because $10.80 is 90% of the original price. So if we rearrange this, we can then work out what the original is. So what we can do is our original is going to equal $10.80 divided by 0.9. Because if we divide 0.9 on both sides, we can get rid of it. So if we divide by 0.9, divide by 0.9, that will obviously cancel out here, and we've got divide by 0.9 here. So if we type into our calculator, $10.80 divided by 0.9, we'll get $12. So therefore, the original price was $12. Cool. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So pretty much if you have a question like C, where you've got a discount price, so if you know it's been marked down by 10% and this is now the sale price, just work out what percentage of the whole amount the sale is. So if it's something's been discounted by 20% and it's now $10, obviously that represents 80% of the original price because it had 20% taken off. So you can just work it out that way and work backwards. Hopefully that's clear. Any questions at all, do make sure you come and see me in class.